It's Mark from Toolstop TV. I'm here with Neil.
Aye.
Of YouTube fame, seen in hundreds of Toolstop videos on YouTube over the years.
Quite famous yourself, Mark.
Getting there. Not
Together,
quite
the
though.
two baldies. Right said Fred.
So what we're going to do today is a wee update on a video that hundreds of thousands of you guys have already seen. It's the Toolstop guide to choosing the best drill or driver from the cordless range. Now, Neil, why is it Makita drills that we've got on the desk in front
No
of us?
preference. It was the first ones that came to hand. I thought I would use one brand just for the purposes of defining, what's the difference between each one and what does what. So.
Okay. So the key with these is they'll do similar things, but there's some things that one will do that the other won't do. So if we start, I think, on your left, Neil, and we'll work our way around, just talk us through what it is you've got here.
So this one here, grab that, Mark, because it's got such a big drill bit, it's going to fall over. This is a drill driver, okay? This is a 2-speed drill driver. Some drill drivers you'll get in a 3-speed version. And what this does is it drills holes and it will drive screws. Okay, so don't know if you make that out. This is set up to drill at the moment. It's on the drill mode here. That means that this collar here with all the numbers on it doesn't do anything at this point when it's set to drill mode. It's set to drill speed 2 and it's got a wood drill bit in it here. This drill driver will drill into wood and metal. Okay, it'll also drive screws. If I move this to the screw driving position, if you see that, then the collar here with the numbers comes into its own. That's where you set the torque that you want to drive. So the higher the number, the more torque that you've got. The lower the number, the less torque you've got. So for example, if I had a screwdriver bit in here, let's put it on speed 1. I'm on torque setting 1, so that's the lowest torque. So I can press the trigger and stop in my hand with the least resistance. So if you're building things like flat pack furniture or something like that,
yeah, you don't want to use too much torque because you can thread the screw, or you could damage what it is that you're screwing into as well.
Correct.
The next one is a combi drill. It looks almost identical to the drill driver, but there's one key difference, isn't there?
Very similar. Now this one, just an extra little feature on this one is that it's got a brushless motor. Now the brushless motor is less maintenance required. You don't need to replace the brushes every so many revolutions. Also, it will give you longer runtime from the battery because there's less resistance from the brushes on the motor. But the big thing about a combi drill is it has this third setting on the collar here. You've got your screw driving mode, you've got your drilling mode, but you've also got this picture of a hammer here. And what that does is when you're drilling, and when this drill bit gets some resistance from what it's drilling into, it's going to start hammering. So this would also be called a hammer drill driver as well as a combi drill. So really it's just impacting away, and that's perfect for drilling holes into the likes of brick or masonry.
Now on the Toolstop blog, toolstop.co.uk/blog, we've got a guide, a text guide to choosing the best driller driver, and we've broken it down into 3 categories. So we've got the drill driver range, and we've got the combi drill range, and as you'll see in a minute we're going to come to impact drivers. But if you look at that blog post, it's going to help you compare and contrast what the different manufacturers are offering you in terms of torque settings, in terms of the maximum you can drill into wood or metal, the beats per minute or blows per minute available to you in your combi drill. So our recommendation is go over and have a wee look at that. We're updating it 2 or 3 times a year, so it's only the latest drills and drivers that are on that, all cordless from a variety of different manufacturers: Makita, DeWalt, Bosch, Metabo, Hitachi, etc. And it's going to help you at a glance decide not just what type of drill you need, but also which drill from which manufacturer you're going to go for.
Yeah, and it's worth remembering as well that each of these manufacturers that you've mentioned there, Mark, they're all professional manufacturers, quality industrial type tools, but they tend to do 3 different models per, within the range. So for example, they'll do 3 drill drivers. This is the mid-range one. There's also a lower range, and there's also a much higher spec equivalent of this one, which is the high spec combi drill. Again, it will have a medium range and a sort of entry range level model as well.
Quite often you can tell the entry level ones because they won't always have metal housing here. It'll be plastic down the front. The chuck quality might not be as good. This is a good quality metal chuck with teeth. metal gearbox. So that typically denotes you're moving up from entry level onwards. So again, it's just going to depend on the type of application you're typically doing. Our buying guide is going to help you, according to your budget, choose the right, whether it's entry level, medium range or top of the range to get the job done.
Yep, absolutely. So let's move that over here, Mark. And the third of the tools we're looking at today, bring all these bits over here as well, because this can use all of these bits here. So this is, say for example, you've got a drill driver, you're drilling holes all day long, or pilot holes, and then you want to put the screw in. This is great for putting your screw into tough little materials. So this has got a slightly different chuck on it. It's got a chuck that takes these bits here, and they're hexagonal shaped, and these just usually drop into the collar, something like that, and then they stay in there like that. Now I put a drill bit in here, because this also drills as well, and it actually does a really good job of drilling. But the main purpose of this is for really heavy duty screw driving, and the kind of thing you're looking for in this, as well as all these models as well, is how many newton meters it'll do, how much torque it's got, so that will give you an idea of what sort of what type of size of screws that you can put into your material. These things are really, you've seen these big screws, about that length that they use to build big log cabins and things like that. These will put these in without any problem at all. So that's that there, and you could easily swap that. As I was saying earlier, that some people use this and this, but some people just use this. They'll carry it on their belt. It's got the belt hook attached. These will all come with a belt hook as well, and you can be drilling holes 1 minute with this. Quick flick of the switch there, and you've got a drill bit that'll do you a 32mm hole. So this is a kind of all-rounder. The other thing about this is it's a very compact.
Well, I was just going to say it's a key feature of the impact drills is the headline. So that's another thing you're going to want to pay attention to over in the buying guide on the blog, is the headlines. Shorter headlines, you're going to get into more compact spaces, but you might be running the risk of getting one that's got slightly less torque because there's less room for the motor to be housed in. Look for brushless as well if possible. They're going to run longer off your battery. You might get a wee reduction in torque because it's brushless, but if you can live with that, you're going to get a light, compact tool that, as Neil said, dead easy to use when it comes to changing the bits and the drill bits.
Yeah, and these ones with the battery technology nowadays, we've got a 5 amp hour battery in that one. These are going to last all day long without a charge. And with the Makita ones, these will take I think 40 minutes to charge a 5 amp hour battery, 22 minutes to charge the 3 amp hour battery that's installed in this one. Something else to look out for is the grips and how rubberized they are. If you're wanting to drop this on the job site, which a lot of people don't want to drop it, but they do, then that's going to help protect it. It's also going to help your hand and your arm when it comes to vibration and things like that. This is nice and comfortable. You could see it fits just nicely into my hand there. So these are just a few of the products in the Makita range: drill driver, combi drill and impact driver.
And as you said earlier on, it just so happens it's Makita. Regardless of the manufacturer you're going to go for, on the website Toolstop.co.uk you're going to find the equivalents from each manufacturer, because each manufacturer, because they're producing professional grade power tools, will produce a combi drill, an impact driver and a drill driver. I've got that wrong. Drill driver, impact driver and combi drill. So it's just a case of you choosing the manufacturer that you might already have invested in battery wise, but to choose the right drill or driver for the applications you're doing the most.
Good man. Is that us?
That's us.
Hopefully that helps.